Hi there, welcome to another video tutorial. I am Josef Bodnar. I'm continuing the series of web development tutorials. This tutorials has the goal to show you how to make a website layout using HTML and CSS or cascading style sheet. The code was done before because it's very long, and this will take a long time to be finished during this tutorial. If you have a look on the left side, you already can see here three columns, this paragraph, three paragraphs, this title, header, links, and this footer here below. This is the result of HTML code, situated inside this body HTML element. For each part I use this HTML block element div, and for the text either H1 or H2 element, as you can see. And here for this part where is displayed these links, I used another block HTML element, this div, and this HTML element for the links. As probably you know, the cascading style sheet works with boxes, with a box model. That's why I used for each part of this website layout the HTML block element div. Here below I've got another block HTML element, this div, with this attribute class with value footer, which will be this part of this website layout. As this web page looks in this moment is not very professional, is not properly. As I told you, this is the result of this HTML code. To make the styles and to make this web page to look like a website layout, you have to make some changes. You have to set styles for each part of this website layout. So I start with the header. What do we need here for the header? We need a background color, and in CSS I use this class header to make the style for the top, for the header of the website layout. This header actually is the class of this part of this div, as you can see. I used here this attribute class with this value header, which is used here in CSS. To set a background color, I have to use this property background color. I'm going to remove the comments, the symbols for comments, to make active this property. As you can see now, this property background color is active. It's having this value, this hexadecimal code or number, which will provide this purple color, as you can see now on the screen. I'm going to save, and at this moment you can see the background color is purple, and this is the result of this property here. What I need further? I need space. I need this box represented by this background color to be bigger, and I need space between content and the margin of this box. What I have to do? I need this property padding for that. And I set this property with this value 20 pixel, save, and now the box became bigger, and now you can see space between the content and the margin of this box. I have to move this text in the middle To do so, I need this property text align with the value center, and this text was moved in the center, as you can see. And I need to change the color for text, because as it looks now, is not very visible, is not very readable. Yeah, I need the white color here. I think the white color will be more suitable. Yeah, so let's see. Save. Yeah, that's true. Now the color of this text is very easy to be read, is very readable. Yeah, is very visible. At this moment, the header of this website layout is finished. Yeah, it's done. It looks better. I've got a background color, I've got a text, I've got space between content and the margin of this box. So this is the header, which was done using this class header and these properties with their values. What I want further, you might notice here gaps between the margin of this box and the margin of the web browser, yeah, around this box. I want this gap, this space to be removed. To do so, I need for this body selector to set the margin to 0, yeah, and in this moment that space is disappeared, as you can see, because I don't want space between this box and the margin of a web browser. The next is to set the style for the navigation bar. In this moment I've got these 3 links, which doesn't look very well as it looks now. What I have to do, I have to set a class, what I have done here in HTML. So this part of navigation bar is done by this part of code in HTML, yeah, where I use this HTML block element div, yeah, with this class attribute with the value nav. This value nav is used as a class here in CSS, yeah, as you can see that. What I need here for the navigation bar, what kind of styles? First I need background color, yeah, and I need to stop that another content to be overlapped. To do so, I need this property overflow with this value hidden. So I'm going to save the changes, and you can see now the changes here, yeah, was displayed. As you can see, the color, this background color, sort of light green, is done by this property background color with this value. Further, because I haven't finished with this part of this website layout, I mean with this navigation bar, because here is not space between these 3 links, is not space between content represented by these 3 links and the margin of this box represented by this background color light green. So what I have to do, first I need padding, yeah, again with these values, yeah. In this moment you can notice I've got a space between these links, yeah. I need another color as well, but before I want this to use this property display with the value block, yeah. In this moment these 3 links are displayed differently, one below another one, yeah, because I use this value for this property display block, and now they are displayed as a block element, not as a inline element, how they are naturally. I use this property with this value block because I need more space between content and the margin of the box, and I want to stop another block element to be used inside this navigation bar, or to overlap this navigation bar. Also, I need this float property, which will make my my navigation menu, to be positioned to the left, and at the same time this float will make these three links to be displayed as they were before, one by another one. Let's save. Now you can see the changes. Yeah, now I've got enough space around these links. Yeah, the navigation bar, the size is bigger. Yeah, but I need a color to be changed, because this blue color is not very suitable for this light green background color. I need another color, like a black, sort of black. It looks much better in my opinion. I want to center this text using this property, and I want this underline to vanish. Yeah, because it doesn't look good. I'm going to use this text decoration with this value none to do so. Yeah, and in this moment this navigation bar starts to look good. Yeah, but what I need further here, when I go with this cursor above the links, above the menu, I want the user to realize that he is with the cursor above the link. Which links is gonna the user to use, or to be above with its cursor? Yeah, what I have to do, I have to use again this class nav with this pseudo class, this a selector, which is a HTML element for links, colon, and this pseudo class hover. What I want background color to be changed when the cursor is above these links. Yeah, and I want the color for this text to be changed as well. So let's see the changes. Yeah, here you go. Now you can see when I go with the cursor here above this link, the background color is changed from green to gray, and the text color is changed from black to blue for all of these links. Yeah, now this is very good. This started to look very good. What I have done so far, so the header and the navigation bar. The next is to set the content. You can make just one content, or you can use 2 columns, or you can use 3 columns. These columns could have different sizes, the same sizes, or different sizes, as you wish. I'm gonna to use a content with 3 columns with the same size of these columns. To do so, I used this class column inside the CSS, which actually is placed here inside HTML element for each of these columns, for each of these 3 columns. Yeah, as you can see, this attribute class with this value column. Yeah, for each of these 3 columns. Yeah, and here are the properties what I'm gonna to use. What I need first, I need a float to position these columns to the left. Yeah, let's save. I need at the same time that these 3 columns to be displayed one by another one. I need to set the width. Yeah, because now, because I use here in HTML this paragraph element, which is a block element. What the block element means that it will be displayed along the width of web browser. Yeah, and it will be displayed one below another one. Yeah, so that's why actually this property float doesn't have any effect now, because I need to set this property width, and I used because I went 3 columns with the same with the same size. I divided using this percentage. Yeah, and now I'm going to save, and here you go. In this moment this content is divided in 3 columns. Yeah, but I don't have space between them, which I don't like it. What I have to use to do space here between them, I have to use padding. And here I've got this padding with this value 15 pixels, which will make the space. Yeah, and it seems for me here trouble. Now this footer shouldn't come here above. Let's see what happened here. Here. So I need this setting here. I'm going to active this setting and save. Now all is alright. Yeah, this setting is very important with this asterisk and between these curly brackets. Box settings, box sizing with this value, border box. It's very important. What this is gonna to do? This setting will make all the boxes to be fixed, not to be changed. For example, if you don't use this setting inside your website layout, your boxes will be changed according with the value of padding, because the padding is the space between content and the border or of the margin of the box. If you set a bigger value for padding, this will make the box bigger. As if you use this setting here, all the boxes will stay the same. The size will not be, the size won't be changed, even you will change the value of the padding. So that's why this column 3 came down here, because this padding what I have used here changed the size of the boxes, especially this one. Yeah, what I have used here, the padding what I have used here changed actually the size of the boxes used for these columns. Actually each of these columns is a box. Yeah, and that's why this column 3, which is a box, came down here. Yeah, but at the moment when I enable this setting, all the boxes maintain their size, and I was able to position these columns as it looks like now. Okay, let's go further. What remain to do is to set the footer. First, let's go here. Yeah, so I've got this class footer. Yeah, which is the class of this box. Yeah, done by this block HTML element div. Yeah, what I need a background color. I need again a padding. Yeah, to make space between content and the margin of the box, to center the text, and to set the color for the text, which should be suitable with the color of the background. The color of the background and the color of the text for the footer I suggest to be the same as the header. Yeah, I need to enable this part, the code of CSS. Yeah, now let's save. What happened? All this background color drained all this website layout, which is not okay. Yeah, why this happened? This happened because I need the float, this property float here, to be cleared. Yeah, and I need to insert space between these 3 columns and the footer. To do so, I need to enable this property clear both, to clear this float property. Yeah, I can't say the change because I need this box here to be displayed as a table. So I need this property and this property content, which will insert this space here, as you can see. And now in this moment, this part, this box is displayed properly. Yeah. Let's talk about this part. This part is called responsive design. So this setting will make this website layout to be adapted to any device where it is displayed. Doesn't matter if this website layout will be displayed on desktop or mobile. It will change its size according to the size of the device where it is displayed. Yeah, I can do a little demonstration. Yeah, now if I change the size of this web browser, you can see how the columns actually follow the size of the web browser. Yeah, so the web browser doesn't overlap the columns. Yeah, the columns are changed according with the size of this web browser, how I resize this web browser. So this is about responsive web design. Your website will be resized according with the size of the device where it is displayed. At the same time, you need this setting inside this HTML header element. You need this attribute. First you need this self-closing tag meta, followed by this attribute name, content, and initial scale with their values. So this is the end of this video tutorial. I realized this website layout as have you seen in this video tutorial. I created this header, this navigation bar. Content contains these three columns and footer. Thank you for watching this video tutorial. I'm waiting for you to watch my other video tutorials. See you next time.